Search and rescue crews have now found the body of the person they were searching for in Lake Texoma. How long they were looking and where they found him.
Plus, drivers finding another hazard in the road on 75. What was left there that left vehicles with holes in their tires?
Well, the price surge doesn't stop at the pump. Why the rising cost of gas will even affect how much you pay at the store. News 12 at 6 starts right now.
Live from 12 Studios, this is News 12 at 6.
Good evening and welcome to News 12 at 6. I'm Jen Phillips.
And I'm Stone Grissom. Well, the body of the victim from last night's individual watercraft accident on Lake Texoma was recovered this afternoon.
OHP had been searching the lake all day. News 12's Caroline Cluis is live where it happened near Oakview Beach. Caroline, what can you tell us?
Jen and Stone, the male victim was found this afternoon around 2:30 in about 28 feet of water. According to OHP, he fell off of the back of a personal watercraft without a life jacket. Unfortunately, OHP says witnesses saw him struggle, but when they got back to the area, he was already under. OHP Captain Scott Hampton says life jackets are necessary because accidents like this do happen.
Well, the number one thing that can always be done is wear a personal flotation device anytime you're out on the water or anytime you're getting near the water. In this instance, we can't look back and see exactly how it would have affected things, but it would have greatly increased his survivability chances.
The name of the victim has not been released yet. Oklahoma law requires that anyone riding on a personal watercraft wears a life jacket, and if you're riding on a boat, you need to have at least one on board for every person on board. Live in Marshall County, Caroline Cluis, News 12.
All right, thank you, Caroline, very much for that. Well, with the temperatures rising, many are at risk of heat exhaustion, even heat strokes.
Yeah, News 12's Hannah Gonzalez joins us now live. So, Hannah, who are the ones actually at risk here?
Well, Jen and Stone, officials say it's children who are too young to speak or nonverbal, and even pets who are being forgotten and left in those hot vehicles.
It's a terrible tragedy when it does occur.
The hotter months are creeping in, and this leaves many in danger of heat-related illnesses.
If you had increased confusion, started having chest pain and shortness of breath.
Health professionals advise to call 911 and seek medical attention. But at what point are we at risk?
There's no specific amount of time in the sun or a certain temperature that's going to be the magic number.
Ferguson says it's those who are not acclimated to the heat who are more susceptible.
If you're new to working in these conditions, you need to work shorter hours with more breaks until your body becomes acclimated to those temperatures.
Another danger that comes with the heat is leaving children or pets unsupervised in the vehicle.
Texas law does make it illegal to leave a child that's under 7 years old unattended to the vehicle for longer than 5 minutes.
Violations are Class C misdemeanors and carry a fine up to $500, and depending on the circumstances,
if a child dies, you get involved charges such as negligent homicide or manslaughter or even murder charges.
Officials say to prevent forgetting your child, leave your purse or phone in the back seat, or you could
put your shoe in the back of the car. You're not going to get out of the car and walk away without your shoe.
You know, these kids, could potentially have seizures, get temperatures that are greater than 104.
Health officials say that the biggest prevention in any heat-related illness is hydration. You should drink half your body weight in ounces. As far as clothing, you should wear lighter colors and fewer layers. And if you can, push that yard work to the mornings or the evenings. That's when the sun won't be at its peak. In Denison, Hannah Gonzalez, News 12.
All right, a toasty assignment.
I love
there
the fact
for
that she
Hannah.
was wearing black and she
She
even
told us
noticed
to
it.
wear
Yeah,
light
she said,
colors.
wear lighter colors, and she noticed
She's
it.
going to change
Acknowledged
clothes,
it.
yeah. Well, speaking of heat, we should probably heed that advice. It wasn't too bad out there today, but it's just going to get hotter.
Yeah. Chief Meteorologist Steve Lenore is here in the Weather Center, also wearing black, but we're inside, so that's okay.
That's right. Hannah enjoyed a nice breeze at least. That helps to carry the heat away from your body. And temperatures today, they are above average, but certainly not terrible. We're running in the mid to upper 80s this hour with relative humidity about 50%, so it feels like about 90 degrees out there, give or take a little bit at your place. Now the temperatures, these are the air temps, not the heat index, will start to slowly climb. Tomorrow and Friday we're in the low 90s. By Saturday, we're in the low to mid 90s, and we could conceivably see some spots in our western counties at 100 by Sunday. Most of us will be up around 96, 97 degrees. That would be a new record for the date on Sunday. So record or near record heat in the offing going into the weekend. But for tonight, not too bad. 68 degrees with a partly cloudy evening and a mostly sunny Thursday. Once again, the breeze is out there. And again, most spots will be a little hotter tomorrow, maybe 2 or 3 degrees plus from what they were today. And the toasty times are this weekend. We'll see more about those records, where we stand on that when I come back.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Well, Salina police warning the public the homes you see for rent, well, they may not be what they seem online. The department says some homes are being listed for rent on Facebook Marketplace, but they're using photos from listings from other websites. Officers say use caution when checking into these ads and meet with people in person before sending money.
Several drivers on 75 in Sherman ran into a problem this morning, just a little one, a forklift blade. Police say it gave at least 20 to 30 vehicles flat tires around Lamar Street. The wreckage is all clear now. They say thankfully no one was hurt, but police still have not identified the person who left the blade on the road. Now, if they do find the person responsible and they're charged with a criminal charge, they say the person could face a citation for failure to secure a load or reckless damage. Lots of damage there. Well, yesterday, we talked about our gas prices rising 15 cents overnight. It actually set a new record in Sherman and Denison. Not a happy one, might I add. But something we didn't talk about yesterday is diesel. Yeah, News 12's Lauren Rangel is with us live in the studio. So Lauren, how are diesel customers dealing with the rising cost at the pump?
Absolutely. Well, according to AAA, the national average for a gallon of diesel is $5.55, currently the highest record ever recorded. In Sherman and Denison, the average falls at $5.26, almost double what it was a year ago. But that's the thing about diesel. If you're a consumer of just about anything in the U.S., you're also a consumer of diesel.
Diesel has never, ever in the history of the U.S. been as high as it is right now.
With diesel prices breaking records, truck drivers like Paris, who transports water for construction companies, are reeling with sticker shock.
One of the trucks that I drive, it probably takes about 60 to 80 bucks when diesel prices were, at a normal rate or a little bit below normal. But now that everything is skyrocketed, it's taking over 100 bucks. It's taking between 120 and 150 on a good day.
Trucking experts say the global supply chain deficit is pushing up prices at the pump. The labor shortage also contributes to the strain on the freight industry and means it will cost companies a prettier penny to get their goods from point A to point B.
If I was working on my own dime, then, I would have to move some things around, but I'm pretty sure it's costing a hole in someone's pocket somewhere.
But it's not just companies that will pay. Because trucking is woven so deeply into the economy, Grundy expects diesel prices to trickle down, making inflation even worse for people who end up buying these products.
There's not a lot of extra income these folks have that can support 50% increase in food and a 70% increase in retail clothing and gasoline doubling right in the last 3 months.
Unlike gasoline, where experts told us they expect higher prices to last through the summer, Grundy thinks that diesel could continue to stay high until 2024. Jen and Stone.
No end in sight for the diesel folks. For a program coming to some Oklahoma high schools will give students a head start on their college careers. The new doors being opened.
And a live view from the Tanglewood Tower Cam. Very pleasant night ahead. Winds come down. We've got clear skies. Look at that beautiful sunset that seems to be like overtaking the camera right now. Steve says we could use some rain though, and he's going to let us know what our chances are and when those chances might be. That's next.